Hi, I'm Sarah Todd and I'm going to make for you one of my favorite Indian street food dishes, a butter chicken khati roll. So I still remember the first time when I was walking around the streets in India and they have these beautiful little street food stalls that make these roti wraps with the filling inside, some yogurt and some chutney, and it's just the most delicious thing you've ever eaten. So I'm going to show you, there's a secret to it and I'm going to show you how to do it. So first up is the plain flour roti. So this is actually so simple to make at home, and I know we always want to buy this, but honestly, it's such a quick, easy step to make at home. So I'm going to show you how. So we have plain flour here, a pinch of sea salt, and then you've got to go by feel. So it's about making a slightly wet dough and working it together, and then we roll out the roti wraps. So I just kind of get it started with the fork, and then it's ideal to just go in with your hand. You can also use a whole wheat flour as well, but I love for these roti wraps to use a plain white flour just because it goes nice and soft and it's delicious once you wrap it together. And this is actually so much fun to do with the kids as well. They just love getting into it and getting their hands messy. Alrighty, that dough is ready to go. You can actually make that the morning of and let it sit for, a couple of hours, and it'll be totally fine. It just kind of relaxes the dough a little bit, but I'm just going to get started so I can show you the whole process. So dust your table with flour. And there's a little technique with this, so make it into a ball and then use your palm to actually work the dough a little bit and into a circle. And you can kind of start the process of making it into a disc, and this just helps the rolling out process. So nice little flat disc like that. Now this does actually take a little bit of practice, so but these rolling pins are the best because they slide, and the aim is to get the dough actually rolling around into a circle. So if it's moving around like as you roll it, it's perfect, so it becomes a great circle. And I have to tell you, when I first started, my rotis actually looked like the shape of Australia, so I've gotten better since then, but it's all part of the process. So put your pan on. You want this on a medium to high heat so it cooks through quite quickly, and into the pan. So you want to cook the bread through so it'll have a little bit of a golden base, and then flip it over, and then we add on some egg. And so the egg on the top actually cooks through from the residual heat from underneath. So you can see it starting to cook through. See these little bits of colour that are darker? That's just a little bit raw still. So it's almost there. Now for the flip. I've got like iron fingers, so you can use tongs for this one. And then I'm going to place some egg on top. So while that's cooking through at the base, this will also cook through on the top. So it's a good thing when the roti actually fluffs up, because you're getting the layer of air between both layers of the base and the top of the bread. I've actually prepared butter chicken here, but the best thing about this dish is you can use any sort of leftover curry that you have from the night before and just heat it up, and then add all these delicious flavors into the wrap, and it tastes absolutely amazing. So I've got here a butter chicken recipe that I'll put up on the website as well if you want to check it out. So our roti base is ready. I've got here some raita, which is yogurt. You can put in some cucumber or herbs or carrots through that one. For the base. I've got some coriander and mint chutney here, a little bit of chili for that kick. I like to be quite generous with the sauces because this dish is all about that juicy, creamy, delicious flavors. So we've got raita, the chutney, a little bit of butter chicken. Some really fresh julienne carrot. Some red onion, so really finely chopped, and it just gives that little crispy texture to the top. And some fresh coriander. I think this is just such a fun weeknight meal for the kids. It's really easy to prepare. You can kind of have most of the elements ready to go, and then all the kids can kind of just make it, put their own flavorings on top, and it tastes delicious. And there you have it, a butter chicken Khati roll. It's the most delicious street food you'll ever taste from India. It's juicy, it's delicious, there's spice, there's a little bit of freshness from the chutney. It's a good one. Try this one at home.